Testing, testing. One, two, three. Hey now, say now. I'm all about my yen. I'm all about my yen. Let me check the levels on my volume because did I got some thoughts. Just took a ride, Some things came across my desk. No, some things came across my. Okay, all right. The volumes are good. The volume is good. So, let me get a buffer for this microphone real quick. Just give me 1 second. Then we're gonna get right into this one tonight. Gonna get right into this one tonight. Ooh, all right, all right. Oh man, got my beverage in case I get a little parched during the live. Always keep a refreshment. And throughout the live, I am going to check my audio levels just to make sure the levels are good. All right, got my heater. Ooh. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in once again. Mr. Hey Now, Say Now. I'm all about my yen. And I think it's a good idea to be about your yen these days because the dollar, the dollars, right? You know the dollars. Something about that dollar that's, it's moving kind of funny. It's funny money right now. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day, another live, another love stream on the Pesci Bowman Love Always Wins channel. Woo. All right. So earlier today, excuse me, something came across my desk. So I had to go out into the street, take a ride, make a couple stops, go to the bank. And during that drive, I guess it's when it comes to like this thought, it's kind of stirred when you or when I am, I gotta go pay a bill or something. And sometimes when you pay a bill, it makes you wonder like, yo, what the actual is going on here, Like, what is this all about, And there's never an answer. There's no answer where you're satisfied, you know? That's for me. I haven't gotten an answer that satisfies me because any answer that I get, I can always ask the question, why? How? And it gets to a point where there's no answer for the why and the how. It's just like it just is. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm essentially getting at is what's going on? What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? What is this experience that we've come to experience as if it's regular, as if we get it. Like, because the more that I believe that I get it, the more I realize that I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. What are we doing here? Like, how? How are we here? Am I really here? Is this real? Is it a simulation? If it is a simulation, who's controlling the simulation? You know, I believe in God, but sometimes I gotta say, where is who created God? You know what I'm saying? And if somebody said, if somebody asked me, I'll be like, yeah, God created it. You know what I'm saying? God created it. Yeah, God created the world, the universe, all things, everything in it. But then if somebody said, who created God? What would I say? God? God created himself? Or another God created God? So who created that God? And so on and so on. And how? And why? And how? And why? And who? You know? So it's very, very bizarre. It's very bizarre. And yeah, it's just a very bizarre experience. Um, and then during this experience, you must interact with other people. You interact with other people, and some of them disappoint you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the experience is so many elements to it. It's so many elements to this experience that we are, or I am, because I don't even know if there is anyone, like, for me to even say that there's someone else having the experience with me, like this other. How do I know that I'm not just imagining? Because I am imagining everything that's going on. So how do I know that I'm not just imagining the others? You know what I'm saying? The other people in my environment. How do I know I'm not just imagining the environment? It's weird. It's very bizarre. It's very, very bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. And it's just the one question that I would love to get an answer to. And that question is either a who, either a how, or a why. Why? It's very bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. And the way that we live is is ridiculous. Is I observe and I imagine. From what I imagine, it's very bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. It's so bizarre. I can't even say it, and it's the way we live for us to be here. And I keep on including a us and a we. I just need to talk about myself. That's what I'm gonna do. Um, I am here And I'm looking around and I'm saying to myself, this is the great unknown. It's the great unknown. And I gotta live like it's the great unknown. I was looking at I was reeling on Instagram and I came across a reel with Prince. It was Prince and a woman he was speaking to. And he said something that, you know, I found profound. He said something profound. It was along the lines. I should have saved it. I wonder if I did save it. Let me see. Let me check my audio real quick one more time. Let me check my audio real quick one more. All right, the audio was good. All right. Let me see if I saved this thing yesterday. All right. I didn't save it. I did not save it. But what he said was, we only know, we come into this world and they tell us that we can die. That's taught to us. But if nobody told you that you can die, then you wouldn't even you wouldn't believe you wouldn't think about dying. There wouldn't be a thought about it or anything like that. Even if you saw, quote unquote, somebody expiring, right? Even if you saw it, if nobody ever spoke about it or said, oh, that you can actually have a day when, if it was never a thing, then everything would be like your thinking on it would be different. So, because I believe that whatever is going on here, whatever is happening, someone knows what's going on. Somebody knows what's going on, whether it's the Vatican, because from what I have heard, you know, the Vatican and the Pope, they're the ones that have everything. They have all the all the information the Vatican has, the Pope has. They have everything there, right? Whatever was in Egypt, whatever, is controlled, or the world is controlled by the Vatican, pretty much. So someone knows exactly what is going on here. I mean, 100% exactly what is going on. The technology, there's nothing new under the sun, right? There's nothing new. So there's no such thing as a new technology. Technology cannot be new. It's not new. So therefore, everything is known. All technology is already known. You know, all technology is known. It's already in mind. It's because everything is in mind, and once it's in mind, it's known. You can tap into it. Because it can't go outside of the framework. It can't go outside of the constraints. So the technology is boxed in like we are. You know, we're boxed in, and the thing also about it is, how many people actually go to space? How many people actually go to space? So you got people that go to space, quote unquote space, right? And they come back and they give us their their word about it. They give us their experience about it. But we don't go experience it for ourselves. We can look up and say, oh, that's space. And yeah, space goes freaking a gazillion, Brazilian, quadrillion, mazillion, but the dillion miles away. You know what I'm saying? Space is endless. But how do you know that? We don't know. We just say the crap that they tell us, but we don't know. So it's very weird. It's very bizarre. And then we spend our time going to work and stuff like that, and hustling and bustling and doing this and that. Makes It's very bizarre. Is a very bizarre existence. It's a very bizarre existence. Um, but like I was saying, somebody has all the answers, and oh, that's what I was saying. So when it comes to technology, somebody with all the answers, right? Because there's somebody that knows everything. I don't know if it was like a book that they got, and it just lays out the rollout of time and history, because it was written, right? It was written. So maybe there's a book that has everything already written out. Or maybe there's a being, somewhere, and that being is giving the orders to. It's just weird. Like, even to think that is like, it's bizarre, because why would why would it go through all of these changes and all of these different all of these different avenues? Like, why would it need to? So it's just bizarre. It's just very bizarre, and I look at it, and it's just like, the not knowing part is sometimes is, whew, yeah. We drive around in our cars, and we talk, and we enjoy times. Other times we may not enjoy the time. you know some people make us happy, some people disappoint us. Sometimes we're excited, enthusiastic, joyful, faithful, grateful, patient, compassionate. And then sometimes we're depressed, angry, rushy, no compassion, ungrateful, And it's like they tell you one is right and one is wrong, one is right, one side is right, one side is wrong. But really and truly, how? Why? Why? It's just very bizarre. It's just so bizarre, so bizarre. The experience is definitely something. The experience is definitely something. And then they say that you come back and you do it all over again. And you do it again, and you do it again, and then you do it again, and you've already been doing it. You know, I've already been here for, who knows how many times I've been here. It's just it's just crazy. It's bizarre. So live your life. Live your life. Word up. That's what you gotta do. You gotta live your life and live it to the fullest. And your fullest and my fullest may be two different things. But my fullest ain't better than yours, and your fullest ain't better than mine's. Although you're free to think that your fullest is better than mine, if you like, you know? But yeah, being that no one knows, or at least I don't know. I don't know. Every day I make the best of it, you know? Every day I attempt to make the best of it. Every day I attempt to remain in good spirits, good good spirits. Every day I try to make the best of it, but every day I don't know what the F I'm doing. Tell you that much. I don't know. As much as it may look like a brother knows what he's doing, I don't effing know what I'm doing. And the more that I think that I do know what I'm doing, the more that I realize that I don't know ish. I don't know. I don't know. And that's the humbling part. That is the humbling part of it, that as much knowledge as you attain in a day, in a lifetime, because a day is a lifetime. Also, a second is a lifetime. A moment is a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? But as much knowledge as you attain, you realize that when it comes to the big questions, you don't know nothing. Ain't that something? Ain't that a big hey now, say now? I'm all about my yen. Yeah, but it's definitely a special time. It's a time to live your life to the fullest, because it's very, very bizarre. Everything that's going on, with the politics crap, um, the wars that are going on, and then you also see how people think differently from you. Their perspectives are totally different from yours, and that also makes me wonder, the things that you would believe that are basic, the things that I would believe that are like basic. And yeah, of course, anybody can understand that. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. The race stuff is very bizarre behavior. Yo, it is very bizarre behavior for real. The race thing. Have you ever seen a post or a story? Well, a reel, and you've gone into the comment section and see some of the things that people say in the comment section? It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. And then you go outside and you don't see it outside. Like you may go years before you encounter anything like what you see online, you know? The comment section is bizarre behavior because I look at I don't if I'm a comment, I don't leave comments. If I comment, I comment. If I comment, I'll leave a comment. But the comments that I see, I'm like, are comments gonna be like a record? Are they gonna be able to go back and use the comment against you in the future? You know, um, because they say his story repeats itself, right? His story repeats itself. It's it's very bizarre. I'm telling you, it is so bizarre. And yeah, the race stuff, the politics stuff, the war stuff, the blatant just disregard. It's like not many people, have integrity these days. It's very bizarre, but I'm gonna live it to the fullest. You just get to the point sometimes where you're speechless. You, you, you just you just run out of words. You just run out of words, man. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's absolutely full of wonder because it's a strange universe. It is a strange, strange, strange universe. It is a strange universe. So it makes you wonder, what where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Because it is a strange universe, to say the most. It's a strange universe. So on that note, I've been on for 29 minutes. 56, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 30 minutes on live. And I'm happy to be here. Whatever whatever this is, God bless. Peace. Like and subscribe to the channel. Words appreciate it. I'll be back on tomorrow with a another live one for y'all. We'll talk about whatever. But I just had to come in here tonight and really, I had to come in here tonight. I'm gonna leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out, y'all. God bless. Peace.